Hello YouTubers! Tommy here from Overland Transportation System with another update on building my shelf layout. So let's turn the camera around and we'll get right to it. Okay, in part one we already seen that these two backboards were painted blue with just a little hint of cloud, and they were installed. Now we have the rest of the masonite cut, and I will paint that blue. I'm still waiting on my magnets, and that will be the next step. Already see that when we come back. Okay, the backboards are all down now, and they're outside for paint. And what you can see here is the metal bracket tracks pieces actually that the brackets snap into to hold the shelf up. This is where I'm going to hope to use those strong magnets glued onto the back of the backdrop, and we'll see how they work just holding onto this metal track, and we'll give that a try. If I don't like the result of that, I'll try something else, but I do want to try to keep this backboard removable. Alright, so let me turn this off. I'll paint those blue and we'll be back. Okay, so now I've got the backboards all spread around the carport on any little flat surface that would hold them, and two coats of flat blue. As you can see in this shot, just a very little bit of sheen where it's still wet. It's mostly already dry. So once that is dry enough to be handled, I will take these back in and lay them in place. They're numbered on the back, so I can just check the number, put them in place, and not have to fumble around with them. So we're going to shut it off again, and we'll bring you up to date when that takes place. Okay, so we're back, and the blue painted backboards are just sitting in place. And next I'll have to take this for sale sign, cut it into strips, and make a piece like this to go between each of these pieces to hold it together. And I may try something different on that as well. I tried to use the Plastruct glue that we have here, and it didn't hold very firm. I had to back it up with a little bit of crazy glue, Gorilla Glue crazy glue, and for that I used this product here. That did seem to work, and what I'm going to experiment with this next time is I'm going to see, hopefully, that this plastic, whatever is in this styrene, I want to see how comparable that is to PVC pipe, PVC product, and maybe I can use the same cleaner and glue for PVC pipe on this, and that will glue right away and should not go anywhere, because I know once you glue PVC and give it a little bit of a twist, it's there and you're not getting it apart ever. So I'll try that next time and we'll report on that finding. So until I get my magnets, I'm going to let this go. I will work on that plastic in the meantime, and if I come up with a conclusion on that, I'll do an update about that. Alrighty, we'll catch you again here. Okay, so my rare earth magnets arrived, and I separated one off the deck, and I did read that they can be fragile. If they snap together, they can chip. That happened already on this one that I set aside and I've turned it upside down. A little chip did come off. It's a little tricky to separate these things, but I wanted to demonstrate just the strength of these things, and I bought 20 of these. As you can see, they're smaller than a dime, but I want to show you. Let's see now. Get sideways, I guess, so I can see how close I can get to this thing before it responds. Look at this here. Look, you can stand it right up about 4 inches away. It's got some strength to it, and it will snap right to it. Yep, there it goes. See, so let me take this back off of here if I can. I'll try to slide it off the deck. It's a little tricky. It's pretty strong. Okay, it's actually stuck between my thumb. I'll try to. Look at that. What I was wondering, and that's what we're going to see in a second, because this is the first time I haven't checked this off camera. So this is you're seeing this live the same time I am. It's kind of fun. What I was wondering is how hard it's going to be, or how. Okay, there they go. All right, now here's one magnet. Over here, I've got this one piece of my masonite out of the way, and what I was thinking about doing with these now is measure from the backboard already up to the center of this upright, and from the base up, and so the magnet will hit around in that area there. It could hit down lower too, but I was thinking about this area. I got my measurements, and I want to show you just how strong this thing will be. I'm about 2 inches away here. Get it close. Bang! Look at there. Now I can get that off a lot easier than I can on the stack of magnets. Okay, so what I'm going to do here, like I said, I'm going to measure center this way, up here, and I've transferred that measurement onto the back of this piece of masonite. So I'm going to use E6000, and I'm going to glue this right in that crosshair, let it sit overnight, and then we're going to put this in place. And I'm wondering if I don't take a good hold of this thing and really control it, I got a feeling it's going to fly right out of my hand and snap in place. And I'm not real concerned about this small piece. But when we're dealing with this 8-foot long piece, and there's going to be 1, 2, 3 uprights, this might be a little fun to control, that this thing don't just literally fly right out of my hand and snap to the wall. So we're going to check this all out. So my next step is to just glue this in place. I'll shut the camera off. I'll glue that. I'll show you that. And we won't come back to this until morning when we try it out to see just how it's going to go up there. So, all right, I'm just going to turn it off now, and we'll be back in just a couple minutes. Okay, we're back. I put a dab of glue there in the crosshair. Put a dab of glue here on the magnet. It says here in the directions to let it sit a couple minutes and then adhere the two pieces. I'm going to shut this fan off because that's cooling down the room a little bit, and I don't want to get it too cold in here. I got the air on plus the fan. So I'll shut that down, and I'm going to go away for a second, let a couple minutes for that to tack up, put it in place, and I'll be back. Okay, we're back. Okay, so I put it down in the goop there. And what I'm going to do is just kind of go around the edges and kind of fillet it in a little bit. And what I'm thinking, I may even try to make sure it holds nice and tight. Being that stack of magnets stuck through my thumb on this one, I may put a magnet on the other side of this and allow the magnet to pull it right in all night. Let me see if I can get another one off. Tell you what, these are something else. Oh, jumped right back on. Look at that. Wants to stick right through my thumb. Let me see if I can put the camera here on the table. Use two hands. Sorry about the seasickness here. I'll use my hand to see if I can get this off. Okay, here we go. All right, so I got that one off. So I'm gonna put this one underneath. Move my glasses. Move this. Move this here. Put this here. And bang. There, stuck right to it. See it? There it is. So we'll just let that sit all night. And tomorrow we'll see how this works up on the wall. Actually, with that thing stuck between them like that, I could actually put it in place right now just to see what it would do. I don't think it's going to move, but I do want to get it back off of there. Okay, so I won't mess around with it. All right, so I'm going to cut this off till morning, and we'll be back then. All right. Okay, so the magnet is glued, and we're ready to flip this around and try it out and see how it works. So we got our measurement center to center onto there. Let's just kind of lay it in place, and there it is. It went right on. It didn't fly out of my hand. It's firm. It's a nice fit, and I can pull it away without too much trouble. So that's good. Shouldn't pull a magnet off. Shouldn't have to fight putting it on and off. So that piece went really well. So this piece here where the window is, I don't have any magnets to go on whatsoever, so I'll probably have to either put something on the window frame, maybe a nail that a magnet can stick to, or we'll figure something out down the road. Maybe I'll just rely on like these spacers that I made here. I'm going to make them all around. But what we got now is the long 8-foot piece, and what I did was I just laid it face down exactly where it needs to be, and I measured using a ruler, squaring it up, and I measured 5.5 up from the bottom, which will put me in this area again. And I've got my centers, and I'll put a magnet on that crosshair again, and this time maybe I'll even put a magnet on the front like I was gonna I talked about last night, and just put it in place and see how it will work, or I'll just leave it a full day again on its face, and we'll see how it goes. So I'm going to turn the camera off, I'm going to glue the magnets on, and we'll be back.